Hey guys, Nitin here once again. Yesterday a potential customer of mine sent me a document, a sample document with some complex molecule structures and formulas, and he was asking me whether the Ultimate ebook creator will be able to import these types of content. So I thought I would make a video, mainly just to show that I really have no idea if it's going to work or not, but I'm creating this video just to see if it's going to work. Okay, so I've basically started a sample project called Complex Formula Testbook, alright, and I've just taken this image from the internet, okay, because we need a cover image, and this is only for test purposes anyway. Okay, so I'm gonna use the import manuscript advanced import feature, alright, because I really want to control exactly how we're gonna bring this information in. Okay, so once again, this is our manual import and enables us to have full control over our manuscript. Okay, so the first thing we're going to do is file. Okay, let me just do this so you can see. So I'm going to drop down and I'm going to pick Word document with the DOC. Okay, and we have a couple of documents here. So we'll put them both into the same book just to save time, but I'm going to open this one first. Okay, and it's saying it's opening, and what we have here is, if I can just kind of show you, this is the kind of stuff that we have. Okay, I'm just going to reduce the size so we can kind of see. Don't really need to see the content, but as you can see here that we have several pages, and over here we have a formula. Okay, but this formula is great because it's been converted into a kind of image here, and then we have some more text, some more formulas that look pretty nice, right? And then we have a table. Okay, so this table is going to be imported. Now this table looks split up between two pages. Don't worry too much, it's because the view of this the editor is in page view, so if you really want to see it, you can go into draft mode, and draft mode basically is a continuous page like this. Okay, and here is another image. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to try and import this. Okay, I'm going to go back into page layout mode, and what we're going to do is we are going to, first of all, this looks like some information that maybe can go into the title page, but I'm just gonna put it all into the abstract and introduction and stuff like that, right? So I'm just gonna say under my page title, okay, under my page title I am going to, so if I just move this out, I'm gonna put this information in my page title. So my page title, I have this information here, right? So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to append it at the bottom here, okay? And let me see if I can actually do this. Okay, so I'm going to create a page break right here by pressing the Control key and the Enter key. So I'll create a page break, and then what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring in this information right here, which is I'm appending. Okay, alright, so I'm gonna just highlight this information right up to here, and then I'm going to expand this down a little bit so I can see the options. Then I'm going to say selected content, append to the bottom. Okay, so selected from my source, I'm going to say selected content, which is this, and I'm going to import this into my target as an appended to the bottom of the title page. So this is my chapter section, which is my title page here. So I'm going to say click. It's done. Now let me move this over and I'll show you. So this information actually came through. Don't worry too much about the formatting, we'll take care of that later on. Okay, but here we're just going to quickly build out our thing. So abstract. Okay, so I think we need an abstract. So I'm going to create a title called abstract. Okay, and by default what happens is it actually puts this title in there, but we're gonna just copy this whole thing. So we're just gonna go current page, selected content, overwrite existing content. Okay, boom, done. Now if I move this out, you'll see that we have the abstract already there. Alright, okay, so over to the next one. Now we have the introduction, right? Okay. So I'm going to create an introduction as a chapter. Now remember, you can do this any which way you want. You can put everything into one if you wish. I'm just kind of breaking this up because this is the way I think it might want to look, but it's entirely up to you. Okay, so here's our introduction, and this is our this is our currently selected target. I'm going to go back up here. So I started highlighting from introduction, and I'm going to keep going until I get to here. Oh yeah, another thing. You see these footnotes, headers and footnotes. These are no good, right? We need to remove these. So we'll just go edit and we'll say remove all headers and footers. Okay, so they're all gone because these really don't turn out in an ebook, so we don't want to import them. Okay, so now let's go back to our introduction, and we're going to go right down to right here. I think it's right up to here, results and discussion. Okay, so I think this is the introduction, so we'll say selected, overwrite existing content, we'll click boom, done. Okay, now we'll just go have a look. So we've got our introduction, we've got, so our formula did come through, and then we have a schema here. So we'll pretty this up in a minute, but let's just carry on. Okay, so that one is done. Now we have results and discussion. Okay, so we'll say results and discussion, click OK, and once again we're going to start, and this time we are going to, I think this whole thing can come through now, right? Experimental. Okay, so we've got experimental here. So here's our results. Hopefully this is our results and no, there's a conclusion here too. Okay, so let's go right up to here. We're just going to go right up to conclusion. Let's bring in conclusion because I don't want to miss out this. And we are going to click this one. Now we'll remove conclusion because that probably got brought into it. Yeah, it did. So we just very quickly, we can just do this and remove it. Alright. Okay, next one is conclusion. So we'll say conclusion. Now, as I said before, I have no clue. Conclusion, I spelled it wrong. Conclusion. I have no idea how really this should be laid out. So because I'm not a complex formula guy, so I really don't know. But let's just keep going. Okay, so that's another one. Now here, experimental, and then we've got chemistry. So let me show you something else we can do here. Okay, here's something else. So chemistry is actually a subsection under experimental. So let's create experimental as a chapter. This one really doesn't have anything underneath, so I'm going to go ahead and create a section called chemistry. Okay, chemistry. Alright, so under here we are going to actually put this information. Alright, so let's just keep going, right up to this information here. Alright, and then we're gonna say selected content, done. Now acknowledgement and then reference, right? So we'll create another chapter called references. Okay, click OK, and for references we have a whole bunch of references here. Okay, so we're going to go here, we will click this button, and that's it. So we basically we brought in all our stuff. Okay, now just for practical reasons, I'm just going to open the other document too. Okay, so I brought in the first one. Now let's see what the second one is. Okay, so the second one is just a graphical abstract. Okay, so let's just create a abstract. Okay, and what we're going to do is we'll move this up. Okay, so we'll put it up here just before preferences, because that's probably where it goes. And then all I'm going to do this time, I'm just going to take this whole page. So I'm just going to say the current page and overwrite. Okay, click OK. Done. Alright, so now that we've done, we'll click exit, and the first thing we'll do is we'll save the file. Basically I already created this project, so we saved the project. Okay, so we have this here. Now if you look at this, this is the whole book, or the sample. Okay, and I'm not gonna go in and do some formatting and stuff, because the video is getting a little bit long now. But basically the formatting is just as before. You can actually go and play around with this if you want to and make it look prettier, but my intent here was to see if I could import this material quickly, create a MOBI file, and see if it actually works. Okay, so that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to export to a MOBI file. Okay, I'll click save, and it's generating my MOBI file. I'll take a quick sip of my tea. Oh, love my tea in the morning, and it has to be a spicy chai tea. And if you guys have never had spicy chai tea, I do recommend it. Okay, I will open that. So here is another thing that I added. A lot of people say, oh, where's my MOBI file gone? I can't find my MOBI file. Oh my goodness, the world's gonna end. Okay, so I gave you this now. So once the MOBI file is generated, you can just click this open file location, right? And it's gonna take you exactly there. Now let me just kind of get the resize this so it's within my recording area. Alright, so here basically opens the Windows file manager and highlights your MOBI file. So now there is no excuse not to find your file. Okay, now I'm going to double click this, and it's going to load up the Amazon Kindle Desktop Reader, which is a software application. Okay, and I do have a video that basically shows you where this is. Just Google the word Amazon Kindle Desktop Reader and you'll find it. Okay, so and like I say in a lot of videos, this is not the final test. Okay, the final test is in the physical device. Okay, so this is just to kind of see if everything is working. So here's my cover page, my title page. Now remember, we added this inside the title page right at the bottom, so we created a page break. So here is my information. I haven't done any formatting, it all came through. And then here's my table of contents. Okay, so I can go into abstract and I can see my abstract. I can go into my introduction. Here's my introduction. It looks nice. Now let's just go through. So here you see that the diagram looks fairly decent, I would say. Might need a little bit of tweaking with the spaces, but basically we have the formulas. They look pretty decent, right? Now one thing that didn't come through, if you notice, is the lines on the table, and that is because by default the lines don't show up. So you have to go into the table and you have to enable the lines. Now I do have another video that deals with that, so I'm not going to go through that. That's just details, but here we have your thingy. Even here, I mean, this is really not a footer, it's actually part of this page, but you can see that the whole thing basically came through. Okay, now here's something that I want to show you, is that if I go back to the table of contents, right? See, remember we created this experimental chapter and then the chemistry was a section underneath. Well, the experimental chapter, because we didn't add any content, is going to look like this. But if we go back to the table of contents and then we click on chemistry, then we see that that is actually a section under the chapter, and the formatting is correct. Now all these little end notes, I have another video that basically shows you how to create endnotes by making bookmarks and links to bookmarks. So these can definitely become clickable. Okay, I have another video like that, and then here's my final image. So and here is my, what was this? This is some more information here. And see, over here it's telling you where you are. And here's my graphical abstract that we were looking at, and then the references. Okay, so see these endnotes here, you can actually make them references. I don't know if I want to show you how to, let me show you how to do that. Okay, it's getting to 17 minutes, but let me just show you how to do that. Okay, now before I do that, I need to delete this out. I explain that because if you don't delete this book, it's going to be cached, and any changes you won't be able to see. Okay, so I need to remove this book right from here. Okay, now that it's removed, I can go File, Exit. Now let me just quickly show you. Okay, I just want to quickly show you how we can link to this end note here. Okay, so let's say we want to link to this endnote 5. Alright, so what we need to do is we need to put a bookmark right anywhere along this line. You know, you can put it anywhere. I'll just put it here. So I'm going to create a bookmark, insert bookmark, and I'm just going to call it B5. Okay, or let me call it R5 for references. So I'm just going to say Ref5. Okay, Ref5. Click OK. Alright, now I think, oh, where the hell did my bookmark go? Well, you can easily see all your bookmarks if you go bookmark and you say show bookmarks. So if you notice here, you see this little gray eye, that's a bookmark. And you also have the feature of managing the bookmarks. So if you click manage bookmarks, you're going to see all the bookmarks within this content. So this chapter only. Okay, it's not going to show you all of them, only within this chapter. So here's our bookmark, it's called Ref5. Alright, and if we click go to, you'll actually go to the bookmark, just like that. Alright, so now that we've created that, we need to be able to find this. So I'm just going to go ahead and find this. 1 second, okay? Okay, well, I found a 5, but it's 3 to 5, so you can do it on here too, okay? I found a 6 here, so let's just deal with 6. Okay, let's go back to references, and we're going to scroll down to 6. So I'll do this demonstration on 6. Once again, I'm going to put a bookmark right here. Doesn't matter where you put it, actually, as long as it's on the same line. And try not to put it too close to here, and I'll tell you exactly why. So I'm going to say bookmark. I'm going to say insert bookmark. I'll say ref6, okay, or _6 if you want to. Alright, so here's a bookmark. Now I'm going to go back to my introduction, okay, and I'm going to link to this bookmark. So I'm going to go back to my introduction, and here is my bookmark. My end note. So I'm going to highlight it. I'm going to say bookmark, insert link to bookmark. Okay, and see here, you can see that in my content, right, I have my bookmark right here, which is in chapter references. So I'm going to select that, and I'm going to click OK. So this becomes a hyperlink now. Okay. Now if you want to see all the links quickly on any content, any chapter or section, you just basically go to your web links and then you say manage hyperlinks. So when you say manage hyperlinks, it's going to show you the link, right? All the links within this page, and then you can actually jump to the link, or you can remove them. You can do whatever you want. Okay, so I've created this. Now we need a way to kind of come back to this point, right? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put a bookmark right here, and I'm going to say insert bookmark, and I'm going to say back reference 6. Okay, alright, now we go to reference. We'll scroll down to 6, alright, right here, and then we'll make this clickable so it jumps right back to where we want it to go. Okay, so we'll say bookmark, insert link to bookmark, and see here we have introduction, so chapter is introduction, bookmark is back reference 6. Click OK. Alright, so that's done. Now let's go ahead and save our book. We'll export one more time. Okay, and we'll open our location once again, and then double click on the book. Alright. I'm just going to quickly show you, so I'm going to go straight to table of contents, introduction, and see here. So now you can see that this, introduction, and okay, there you go. So you see this. So when you click this, it's going to go straight to the end note here, and you can read the end note. Usually what people do is they put the end note on a page by itself, so you can create a section, or you can create one big page and then just put page breaks. Either way will work. Now if I click this back, I'll go straight back to my content where I started from. So this is a great way to basically provide the end notes inside your content, and then the user can basically interact with the ebook, and then they can jump backwards and forwards. So there you go. That's basically, I didn't really want this video to be 23 minutes in length, but that's where it is. Alright, so hope you find that useful, and we'll see you in the next one.